What's up guys, I'm Sean. Today's video is about adjusting your coilovers on your E90 BMW. So my 2009 E35, the front coilovers, or TC Kline Coilovers, you can barely see that, but basically the front is pretty simple. Use your spanner wrenches. You can jack up the front of the car, turn the wheel, and use your spanner wrenches to adjust your height. You don't have to take off the wheel, but taking off the wheel gives you more clearance. These spanner wrenches makes it real easy. Now the rear of the car is a lot more complicated. You do have to take off your wheel, and I'm going to show you an easy way to adjust your rear coilovers without removing the control arm bolt and dropping the suspension. So I just installed Swift rear springs with my TC Kline coilovers, but as you can see, it's tucked. It's pretty damn low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it. So the first thing you want to do, what I recommend, is measuring it. Put a piece of tape on your fender. I measure from the bottom of the rim to my fender. Some recommend doing it from the middle of the axle hub, but that's harder to find the center point. So right here I have 21 3/4. I'm gonna write that down here, and then I want to go up about ½ inch. Do that for both sides. Here's an easy way to adjust your coilovers, the rear spring height on your E90 BMW. So the hard way is to remove the shock nut and the control arm bolt here. This whole arm drops down, then you have free range to adjust the spring collar. Now, an easy way to do it is to not remove that or this. All you have to do is get to this. Now, with typical coilovers, I've had the S2 coilovers as well as Olin coilovers. With that, you can use the spanner wrenches that come with it. But as you can see here on the TC Kline, it's rounded. There's no way the spanner wrenches can be used on these. So this is what I recommend, and here's an easy way to do it. So first thing you want to do is spray a little, WD-40 or PB Blaster on the threads. I put a lug nut on the wheel, and I have a little extension here. So what this allows me to do is this allows me to put some weight on the suspension. As you can see, I can put weight on the suspension. So I have my left hand putting weight on the suspension, and my right hand turning that collar. What you can also do is have a friend, step on this. One foot on here and hand on here. You can have a friend kind of put pressure down on that control arm. So this is what I recommend if you have TC Kline coilovers. Fram, basically oil filter pliers, and what I did was I taped them up, just so it doesn't scratch the collars. But I've done that a few times, and as you can see, I already scratched them up. So here's a quick and easy way to adjust it. Now I want to add some height, so I want to bring the spring collar down. So what am I going to do is just have my pliers here, and you can see the whole thing turns. You can see the spring collar turning. And if it doesn't turn, then you probably want to put a little bit more lube on it, and also you want to put pressure on the hub. Have a friend step down on it, or use your little cheater, and with one arm pushing this down, the other arm turning this at the same time. Going down is more complicated because you're putting more pressure on it. Going up is easier because you're relieving pressure, but I'm going down. So basically that's it. Just this to where you like, and you can measure from here to here. And then you slap the wheel back on, lower the car, take a look at it, see if you like it, and then do it up and down all over again. Adjusting your coilovers is trial and error. It's hard to say, you know, what the height it's going to be, because even though you may measure it exactly the same on one side and the other side, once you put the wheels on, lower it on the ground, it's not going to be perfectly even. So it's basically it's trial and error. You know, adjust it, put the wheels back on, lower the car, maybe push it around a little bit, drive it around a little bit, measure it again, and do it all over again until you get what you like. So that's pretty much it. That's an easy way to adjust the coilovers for TC Kline coilovers, the rear. But you can also use this method with other coilovers and use the spanner wrenches that come with it.